Long before refrigerators, humans discovered ingenious ways to preserve food. Fermentation, a process older than written history, transformed simple ingredients into flavorful, long-lasting provisions. Ancient civilizations, from Egypt to China, relied on fermentation to keep food from spoiling. Think about it. No electricity, no problem. Our ancestors were fermenting masters. Today, besides its preservation power, fermentation is treasured for its health benefits. Modern science reveals that fermented foods are teeming with probiotics, beneficial bacteria that work wonders for our gut health. A happy gut contributes to better digestion, a stronger immune system, and may even influence our mood. Pretty cool, right? So the next time you enjoy yogurt, sourdough bread, or tangy sauerkraut, remember, you're experiencing a taste of history and reaping the rewards of this ancient culinary tradition. Now let's dive into the science behind the magic. What exactly is fermentation? Simply put, it's a magical transformation driven by tiny microbes like bacteria and yeast. These microscopic helpers break down sugars in food, creating lactic acid, alcohol, or other byproducts. Think of it as a microscopic party where these little guys are busy munching on sugars and releasing gas as they dance the night away. This process not only preserves food but also enhances its flavor and texture. The tangy kick of sauerkraut, the airy texture of sourdough, and the complex flavors of aged cheese are all thanks to the hard work of our microbial friends. And the best part? We get to enjoy the delicious results. Stay tuned as we unlock the secrets of this ancient technique and learn how to harness the power of fermentation in our own kitchens. Fermented foods are more than just tasty treats, they're nutritional powerhouses. Packed with probiotics, they introduce beneficial bacteria into our gut, promoting a healthy microbiome. This bustling community of microorganisms plays a crucial role in digestion, nutrient absorption, and immune function. Think of your gut as a garden, and probiotics as the beneficial insects that keep it thriving. Regularly consuming fermented foods helps maintain a balanced gut ecosystem, which in turn supports overall well-being. Plus, fermentation can increase the availability of certain nutrients, making them easier for our bodies to absorb. It's like giving your body a helping hand in the nutrition department. From boosting immunity to improving digestion and potentially even elevating mood, the benefits of fermented foods are numerous. So, let's roll up our sleeves, gather our ingredients, and embark on our fermentation adventure. Section 4, Fermentation Station. Setting up your home lab. Ready to transform your kitchen into a fermentation haven? Don't worry, you won't need any fancy equipment or a science degree. Fermenting at home is surprisingly simple and requires minimal tools. First, you'll need jars for your fermenting projects. Mason jars are excellent choices, but any clean glass jar with a tight-fitting lid will do. Next, gather some basic kitchen tools like a cutting board, a chef's knife, a kitchen scale for accurate measuring, and non-iodized salt, which plays a crucial role in the fermentation process. Remember, cleanliness is key in the world of fermentation. Thoroughly wash and sterilize your jars and utensils to prevent unwanted bacteria from crashing the party. Now that we've prepped our fermentation station, let's move on to our first recipe. Section 5. Sauerkraut Symphony. A beginner's culinary overture. Our first fermentation project is a classic sauerkraut. This tangy, crunchy condiment is incredibly easy to make and a great introduction to the world of fermentation. For this recipe, you'll need just two main ingredients, cabbage and salt. That's it. Start by finely slicing a head of cabbage. Then massage the cabbage with non-iodized salt, which will draw out its natural juices. Pack the salted cabbage tightly into your sterilized jar, pressing down firmly to submerge it beneath the brine. Seal the jar loosely, allowing gases to escape during fermentation. Find a cool, dark place for your sauerkraut to ferment for at least a week, or even longer for a more intense flavor. Remember to burp the jar occasionally to release excess gas. Once fermented to your liking, transfer the jar to the refrigerator to slow down the process. Congratulations, you've just made your first batch of homemade sauerkraut. Section 6. Troubleshooting tips. Navigating the fermenting maze. Fermentation is a natural process, and like all natural processes, it can sometimes throw a curveball or two. But fear not, aspiring fermenters. Most common issues are easily remedied. If you notice a white film on top of your ferment, don't panic. This is often COM yeast, a harmless byproduct that can be skimmed off. However, if you detect any mold, especially fuzzy or colorful varieties, it's best to discard the batch and start anew. Remember, patience is key in fermentation. Give your ferments time to develop their flavors, and don't be afraid to experiment with different vegetables, spices, and fermentation times. The more you experiment, the more comfortable you'll become with the process. So there you have it, folks. Fermentation is a journey of discovery, a delicious adventure that connects us to ancient culinary traditions and nourishes our bodies from within. So go forth, experiment, and enjoy the magic of fermentation.